Don't be stupid. Don't podcast. Be be be
Yes.
Everybody turn down their, my bad. Everybody turn down their, cell
Damn
phone.
media.
We on.
Test.
Test 1 2. Test 1 2. In the house.
Anybody give me track of the time?
What time is it?
Oh, shoot.
8 straight up, bro.
8.
All right, we good.
8 is enough.
What's happening? Kev?
What's good?
Tone?
Hey, that sounds weird.
What?
Low music.
No, I use Kev coming first, and you come second.
Oh, no.
Like I'm third.
I'll redo. Go ahead, Kev.
What's good? What's up, Tone?
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias. You, hold on un poquito. What's good, E?
Damn. He's
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
See, I
Walaikum.
didn't even take up. I didn't take up. What's
Walaikum
happening.
salam.
I didn't even take his what's happening.
Walaikum.
It's universal greeting.
Walaikum?
Whatever. What's happening? What's going on?
There you go.
Wait a minute. Back up on that real quick.
What? So it's assalamu alaikum. Walaikum salam.
Walaikum. I thought it was just in reverse. Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum assalam.
Yeah.
Ain't none of you motherfuckers.
Me, I know what's happening. Right?
No, I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
God damn, just say hi to the people, God.
Hi.
Let's say hi to the people.
What's up? What's
All
good?
right,
What's
all right.
good?
What's going on? We got any? We weren't here last week. We had to take a week off. Personal situations. Got them all. Well, we getting them all taken care of and stuff, and we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
What we missed out on?
A lot of
I mean,
shit.
there's a lot of shit
We
that we
missed
missed
out
out
on
on.
some-
But is anything worth bringing back up again?
I want to mention one thing because me and Eric had a conversation about it, but we ain't gonna dive into it. But we did have a conversation about this. Coachella. That went on.
We talked about it.
Yeah, we were talking about we too old to go to that motherfucker.
Oh, see, I think we too old. Kev, for some reason, think that we
No.
should. Be
I just saw
posting
some.
up at
I just
Coachella.
saw some old ass people there, and
I
this
didn't
is the
see
funny
no
people.
old ass people.
Yes,
there.
I did.
And you couldn't show me
rich
one.
old people. There.
Yeah, see, Tony, you see them too, right? They was rich, but they
that
was
shit
there.
looks exhausting.
You know,
no way in the
it
world I'll
does.
do
It
that
does.
shit.
But you know, the entertainment value. You know, that's all I'm concerned. I'm not concerned about all the stuff that's going on, but so much entertainment. It's like, damn, that's some good entertainment there, bro.
No doubt there is good entertainment, but first of all, I'm surrounded by young people.
Yeah.
I mean, that wouldn't be so bad, but that looks exhausting.
I think it is if you're there all day, and I think if you're trying to keep up with young people, and you know,
So Kev, how do you picture the day being? Because the way I see it, there's no room for like us to be in it for a minute, then go take a nap. It ain't like when we go to the rib cook off, nigga. We got a room and we go eat some ribs, go to the room, sleep for a while, come back.
And
It
it's
ain't
hot.
like
you know
that.
what I'm saying? I mean, I guess Tony hit it. I think I would need to be rich because I need to be able to pick and choose when I go to what shows or what people I want to see. But you know, I mean, I understand it's not for us. It's not for us. Coachella
Right, but
is
you-
for the young generation.
Right,
but
but-
there is some great entertainment at that bad boy, man.
But if you're gonna go to Coachella,
Yeah.
you got to experience the whole shebang.
Yeah.
You just can't pick and choose what you want to do.
and they say if you go to Coachella, you gotta get high.
But they also
Do you
say
gotta?
that
That's
they
what
also
say.
say
You
that
gotta
you
experience the drugs.
watching like.
And I don't do drugs, so I probably can't go.
But they also say like while you there, because there's so many people, you watching like Tone Loc, whoever the fuck on stage, you watching them from 3 miles away. So you looking like, you way in the fuck over there, and on this stage, way in the fuck over here is whoever else,
Yeah.
and it's like you ain't getting down there.
In the pit.
Because think about the further you go down,
Yeah.
the younger the motherfucker and the
Is that-
stupider the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Is that how
stupider
it's,
a word?
Is that Yes.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just
Is it how?
you know,
Is
I
that
love
how it's set up?
entertainment.
Is that how it's set up? or
Multiple
they-
stages.
Yeah.
yeah.
Or is it just-
That's my understanding.
No, they
but I've
got
never
different
been.
stages.
Different
Yeah.
stages.
Fuck all
I'm
that.
telling you, man, there ain't nothing about Coachella that make me sound like that. That sounds like maybe I would want to be involved in it.
I wish I was.
My
like,
my love for music
our
says
30s.
I would love to see the acts, but I probably would want to be there.
What acts?
I mean, just let's take. I know your boy don't want to hear this because you don't like him, but Kanye did the Sunday service.
Okay,
I
but
said, why
okay,
Jesus
I knew
did
you
it.
was
I
gonna go. I
got
knew
that
you was
there.
gonna go for the premium app.
But
acts.
there was there. I mean,
But then-
Childish Gambino was there. There was a lot. It was just like they have days structured like
so you would,
20 people.
So you
each-
really want to
each
see
group.
Childish Gambino perform?
I wouldn't mind seeing Childish Gambino perform. Yeah,
Really? At your age?
At my age. I'm a lover of rap music, so I'm a
I
lover
love
of
rap
music,
music,
so
but I ain't trying to go
I
out
ain't
my
gonna
way to see these
discriminate.
niggas.
I ain't gonna discriminate because he's younger and he's I like the
It
music.
ain't got nothing to do with being younger. I'm
I
just not
wouldn't
gonna be uncomfortable to watch a nigga.
Maybe.
I
Maybe,
can see
maybe.
if that nigga ain't at a lounge
And it's just
near
a
me.
festival. It's just a music festival. You think you
With
got to
his
look at it
shirt
that
off?
way? Did you ever go to like the big festivals up here or
The
down
closest
in the
I
Bay Area?
got was KML Summer Jam.
Summer Jam. Yeah, I love those festivals. We used to go to those festivals all the time.
You call that a festival? I call that a summer jam.
We used to be there. We were there when it used to be three days all the time, and it'd be like all day
the one I went
to
to
late in
was
the night, and then
all
all
day.
day again. And late
probably
the night,
went
and then
to-
all day again.
I probably went to the most iconic summer jam.
Which one did you go to? I went to like all of them. Besides the
So
ones that
I
came
went to the
yeah.
one that I remember Biggie performed,
Yep, was there.
and he
That was
got
good.
mad. Everybody got mad because the record kept skipping.
Yep.
And so a whole bunch of Samoans and stuff start throwing. I remember it was all down in one spot.
Yep.
They start throwing bottles and shit, and all of a sudden they had to stop. Jodeci performed.
Yeah.
Naughty by Nature.
Yeah.
Your boy John B.
Hey, amazingly, one of the best ones I went to was the one with Too Short in there.
Tupac was it? Huh?
Tupac was good. The one with
Tupac was it? Was it the one
Yeah.
I was at?
Yeah, Tupac. That was the best one. The best one I think was the Too Short one I seen. Too Short.
Too Short's been. He's
No,
at
Too Short wasn't
all
at
of
all
them.
of them. He wasn't at all of them.
He was at the one I
He
went
was
to.
He was at the headline. He was the headliner on this one.
He
was like the
wasn't the
main-
headliner on
main
this
thing.
one, but he
think
was
they-
there.
Yeah,
He was just in town, right? Didn't they just
Yeah.
have the How the
this
West
is
Was
the end
Won
of it. Yeah,
concert?
and they had
here.
comedians at this
How
George.
the West was one.
Yeah, Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
here?
Yeah,
Loonies.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was here.
Yeah, the Loonies. all
Where
of
was
them.
that at?
Downtown, go to one, wasn't it?
No.
No, what wasn't
In
they
the
going to
Boonies.
one?
The Boonies. The amphitheater.
Amphitheater.
Ah.
Yeah, they were out here. That's crazy. You ain't,
I thought it was at the Golden One.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
Anyway,
Let's keep it tight.
let's move on. Like I
it tight
said, but
tonight.
yeah, so I like festivals, so I would enjoy myself. I think
I'd go to a jazz festival in the
I'll go to
Caribbean.
jazz festival too. I like that too.
No, in the Caribbean.
Here's the difference.
There's a
You
big
regular,
difference.
you
Caribbean
regular
or the
Negroes.
Caribbean.
This nigga in
No,
How do you say it?
I'd rather
Caribbean or
go-
Caribbean?
It's same man.
Okay.
It's all the same.
What do you say, Caribbean Queen or Caribbean Queen?
I say both, so I don't know.
I mean, we
I'ma
all
say
live in the
just
same
like
dream,
Billy Ocean.
I'm just saying.
and we all shall live
I
as one.
say the.
No more
said 'em
love
both.
on the run. So young folks right now have already clocked in on what the fuck we talking about.
Shit.
Billy
Y'all
Ocean.
missed out.
Push on, push on, push on.
Anyway, I got a gripe,
What you grab?
beef, gripe, whatever. So I hit you up earlier this week, and I don't know, I might only be speaking to a small audience, but I know I said that I was out of the shoe game. I don't go crazy over the shoes every weekend anymore.
Yep.
I'm not there 5 o'clock in the morning on the computer trying to get my place in line to get some shoes.
Right.
But they put out one of my favorites. They put out the 4 black
Breed.
the breads, right?
Yeah.
And so when I seen them, saw them coming out, they put the date. I think it was like April the
I know. I put it in my calendar.
25th or some shit like that, right? I seen them.
Yeah.
And so when I seen them, saw the picture and everything, I gotta have these, right? So I start calling my folks.
It's
So
connects.
I called Kev. I called Kev up. Kev's got a couple of connects and shit. So I called him up and he put me on he said he would talk to whoever he talks to, and he put me on his, since he wasn't getting them, he put me on his lottery. I get to have his spot in the lottery. So it's all good. I'm feeling good about it. Like, okay, I got a good chance I'm going to get these shoes, right? And I be damned, that same it had to be like, no, it was at
But then
night.
24 hours.
It wasn't even 24 hours,
That
man.
shit's crazy.
Nike does a surprise release where they just release them so everybody can get them or whatever. And of course they sell out in an hour or whatever. And it's like and if you ain't in the if you ain't in the circle, the only way you find out, Tone, is when you like looking at your Instagram and you see hella niggas like wearing them. like check out my new my new Fords. Check out my new Ford. Everybody, and so I'm seeing these pictures everywhere. God, I'm like, what the fuck? And they like, and then I see, did you cop today?
Yeah.
Did you get?
Yeah.
And then I go on Nike, and of course, they had a surprise drop. And so my gripe is, I'm through fucking with Nike, man. Now, what I mean by that is, I'm not saying I'm never gonna own a pair of Nikes again. But I'm through buying into this bullshit they be doing where they will us in a little bit, they get you in, they get you a little taste, they get you, they drop everybody, so everybody goes crazy, and then, the true sneakerheads ain't doing shit. They're able to pick them up. They ain't got shit else going on but buying shoes. They pick them up, and then I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna release them again.
They released them on the date. They said.
But what they did was they let a little taste of it come out.
Mhm.
So it's almost like when when I was in Mexico. I did that little video where you throw the food out there in the water and them fish they tear shit up. That's what they did. They threw a couple of shoes out there and they saw everybody go crazy over it. I ain't doing that shit, man. I'm not gonna be one of them little fish going up trying to get me a piece.
Let me ask you a question.
What's up?
I don't need to worry about their shoes.
Yeah, man. Fuck them shoes, man.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Positive.
I'm positive.
All right.
Fuck them. You know why? You know why I can say it with confidence?
Why?
Because truthfully, I don't need to be spending that money on them shoes anyway. I got all kinds of shit I could be spending that money on.
That's true.
So that just gives me an excuse not to get them. I had to
Okay.
talk myself into buying them because I wanted them because I love the shoe.
You love
But
that
then
shoe.
when you see the price, it's like, at this time, do you really want to spend that money on the shoe? And I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. But now, I'm like, they gave me a reason not to. Man, fuck that shoe, man, and fuck Nike, fuck Jordan, fuck Nike, fuck all them motherfuckers, man. I'm for real, man. I'm not loyal to any brand as far as shoes go. I wear Puma, Adidas,
Yeah.
shit. What you got on? Under Armour.
Under Armour.
Shit, you might catch Eric walking around in a pair of Skechers. Tony Romo.
They look right. They
Shout
look
out,
right.
shout out to Tony Romo.
They look right.
Anyway, no, I ain't
He
wearing
ain't wearing no
Skechers. I ain't wearing Skechers.
You ain't fooling no.
All
but-
right. Watch him come up with a dope ass shoe and talk.
Nigga, Skechers ain't gonna never come out with a dope ass shoe. You know
Never.
why? Because as soon as they put that Skechers on there, it's gonna be like,
That shit's
fuck that
over.
shoe.
Okay.
Fuck that shoe.
All right. I
So
just
yeah,
wanna
that
know.
was
All right,
my,
that's good.
that
It's
was
going
my
to save
beef.
me some time not to be getting
That was my
about your
beef.
show.
The only
Oh,
other thing I had. Did anybody have something they want to add real quick?
No.
Nope.
Let
You
that
good?
go.
You good, Tom?
That's your gripe.
That was my gripe.
That's,
Fuck Nike. I mean, I see you sporting the shell toes tonight, dog.
Yeah, because
Nike, that was him. Nike, that was him. If you want to send me free shit,
Man, Nike ain't gonna. Nike, that's what you need to. That's why you need to quit kissing their ass, because they ain't gonna never send you shit. Mind you, I will say Nike really took care of me with the Vapor Max. So I
yeah,
bought.
He was just talking about pulling their card there a couple of weeks ago. Maybe not on the show, but he was talking about how they did them right with the shoes. It was on the show, right? He was talking about how they did them right with the shoes.
No,
Now
I
they
ain't
took the
talking
old
about it
one
on
back.
this show.
Yes, he did, Tom.
No, I didn't, because I told Tony about it just the other day,
Oh.
and he didn't know nothing
Their
about
return policies.
The
on
return
point.
policy.
it.
That's what he was
that
talking
was
about.
They
nice. They
returned
took
on
care of
it.
me on those,
They
and
took care of me, remember?
I got two new pair.
I think he did.
I got two new pair of Nike.
Yeah.
I got the Nike new Pegasus Turbo Max. Some
Yeah.
motherfuckers is hot.
So I know you loyal to the Swish. You might not want.
I ain't loyal to the Swish, man. Fuck the Swish.
All right.
They just had a good return policy.
All right.
Like they all
And
should.
and then Vapor Max is garbage. I just want to put that out there.
Okay.
Don't fall for that hype.
Don't fall.
They not as comfortable as what you think they gonna be.
All right.
Motherfuckers ain't that comfortable.
All right.
I'm gonna get them just to see if they're comfortable to me.
Just
How
try-
much are they?
Nigga, I just told you not to get them.
170?
Why would you go
Nah,
do
I'm
something?
good.
I just
No, you good. No, I'm good.
What'd you say they
I
were?
think they 170.
No, hell no.
Well, how much?
The
was it?
Vapor Max.
Yeah, they like 180, but they up there.
No,
close
I'm
to
Oh
good.
200.
wow. Okay.
No, they
I'm
closer to
$10
closer to 200 though.
I'm $10. 170, 180. Yeah, you know.
There is a
like,
big difference. If I would have said that about a pair of your Jordans, I'd be like, what, they 160? You'd be like, nigga, they 180.
No,
They
I got
180.
George's just 160.
Oh yeah, yeah. You never have to worry about me trying them on.
Anyway.
Because I ain't never spending no money like that.
Man, them
Anyway,
shoes, them
nigga, so,
shoes. Anyway,
Yeah, so
why I gotta be a nigga?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, brother.
There you go, brotherin. There you go.
Brother.
Give me a
All
high
right,
five.
so the only other thing before we get to the meat and potatoes and shit is
Meat and potatoes.
the meat and potatoes is and this is
I had that earlier.
I just want to know if y'all can relate to this a little bit.
Go ahead.
So we've all saw pictures maybe around the house or whatever, but I saw a picture the other day, and I really took time to look at it. It was me and my wife in the picture, right?
Mhm.
And I really, in this picture, for some reason, I could really see the difference in me now. And this was like when I was maybe, I don't know, 25 maybe.
Mhm.
And I'm looking at the picture, and I'm really, at this picture, instead of just looking at because I think a lot of times I look at almost like the silhouette of a picture.
Mhm.
And I never really look deep off into the picture and see the detail. And when I was looking into this picture, I seen that the dark the dark marks underneath my eyes wasn't there. I didn't have no jaws. It's kind of funny because when you see yourself every day, you don't really see
The
yourself.
gradual change.
Yeah, you don't really see yourself with the jaws and stuff. You just see yourself as you are. But I'm looking at this picture. I'm like, damn, there's something different about that picture and how I look now. And I was like, damn, I got jaws now. Where these jaws come from? And I'm noticing shit, right? And I'm like, you know what? I gotta hand it to my wife because she's never once called me out on
The changes in you.
yeah, and this changes. Now you don't realize it until
Yeah.
you actually start paying attention.
Yeah.
But we all have them.
Yeah,
I'm looking at
definitely.
Tone right now with them 3 chins.
Yeah.
We all have these changes, and my wife never called me out on it. So,
Yeah, thanks for calling me out.
well, I'm not your wife.
Jerk off.
But what I'm saying is, it's a trip how the importance we put on looks as a man, because we're constantly looking at our other. Our other half.
Mhm.
We're constantly looking at them and making a judgment. But never thinking about the changes that we've had. And I'll be first to tell you, my wife is actually doing well. She's actually doing well. When I look at her, and of course, I see the young her, and I reminisce back to the young her, and that because that's who I fell in love with. But I look at her now, and I say, she's beautiful.
Mhm.
I look at myself, and I'm like, damn.
You changed a little bit. Huh?
Oh, I've changed a whole bunch.
Yeah.
And she don't point it out. So the importance it is to us is one thing I wanted to speak on.
Mhm.
But then on the other hand, how they, for most part, from when I see women, they really put up with a whole bunch more than we would put up with them. So you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
Our
yeah,
tolerance level for them is way shorter than what they put for us.
I could agree with you on that. I could say that it seems like women look way past the superficial. They're smarter to us than men. Men are visual. You hear that said all the time. Very visual. We look at things in front of us and go, "That's very nice," or "That's pretty," or "I like the shape," or that, or whatever it is. While women like, that dude to take care of me. That dude will make sure I have a good life.
hang on,
Like,
hang on.
no. Like,
So
you know
you're
what I'm
saying that's how
he
women
loves
see-
me.
you
He
can get-
loves
you
me.
can get
and
stacked for that.
And I
Security.
love him from look. They
Okay.
look way past the beauty.
But women
in
are
the person.
gonna
They look at it as a
they're
protection,
gonna
as a
jump on you
protector.
for that because they're gonna.
No, as
a
a
lot of women
protector.
ain't gonna tell you, I'm not looking at you for security.
No,
I'm
no,
looking
no, no,
at you
no,
for
no. They
somebody I
don't
can
need.
just.
They don't need to keep you for security. But
Okay,
they
well,
feel
make it
safe.
clear, 'cause you
they
just
feel
said that's
safe
what they
in
looking
your
at you
arms.
for.
She's been with you all this time. You are her protector. She feels safe with you. She's looked past the superficial years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, when you were younger, maybe she looked
She
at
ain't
you
objectify
initially.
you.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
initially she
You
looked
want
at you
fine.
as your
I
looks,
agree with you.
but then
I-
she later got past all that and she loved
You
you
weren't
for
good
way
looking at
more than
all.
that. Don't you think?
I think so. I think that check it out. I think that you right that they look past the superficial shit. I don't agree with you all the way on that. They look at you as a protector, because some might not. But sometimes it ain't about protecting. It's just about who they want to be involved with, and they look past superficial shit because they realize that more than a protector, you might be a provider.
Yeah, that's a sense of security. That's the same thing. All that is together.
Okay,
A sense of
okay.
security.
If that's what you're, so if you're
Yeah.
putting it all, if you're lumping all that
Yeah, look at
together,
it all together.
I can
It's
see
just-
that. And
yeah.
when I say provider, it doesn't mean that
You need
because I want
money
to
from
get
me.
this straight. I want to get this straight with
Yeah.
women. I'm not saying that you need that person, to survive, or
Nope.
you need that person to give you. It's that you bring something to the table.
Yeah, they
And
feel
what you bring to
secure
the
in
table
what you
is
and I
valuable.
have. What you and I have.
Now,
right?
for no good ass niggas,
Mhm.
let's go to Tony. Tone, so how, look at the door. What you looking?
Oh, he's like he's outside
He
the
knew
door.
it
Let
was
me go
coming.
get him.
I'm looking
He
at
knew it
the
was coming
camera.
because he looked
Let me
straight
go
at the
get
door
him.
when I said it.
Let me go get him.
Nah, but Tone, you understand what I'm talking about, though, right?
You feel me on this, Tone?
I know Tone probably got a whole nother look at shit. So go ahead, Tone.
Go on, Tone. Enlighten us.
So you've always been pretty, Tone, right?
Have I always been pretty?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You see
He
that?
looked at the camera. Have you always been pretty, Tone?
No, that don't mean shit no more, man. That don't mean nothing anymore. It's all about security.
So for
A lot of females will look for somebody that's just not gonna up and leave a motherfucker.
So what do you think? Okay, so you just gave your female outlook of it,
Right.
but as a man, how do you feel? Or just speak on what you think men think.
I'm just getting a little bit, dog.
Speak on. It's
A
gonna
little
be,
bit of
Care
this.
gonna be lit. You're gonna be
A
lit in a
little bit
little
No,
bit.
I'm not,
That's-
bro.
So speak on what you think men. How do men feel about their women either changing? Maybe I'm not gonna say to the worst, but maybe not. I don't even know a nice way of putting it. How you say it?
I don't think
Do
there's.
you think
any
it's as
good-
important to? Is it real important to a man how they girl looks?
I mean,
Or do you think you reach a point where you don't? It's not as
I
important.
think you reach a
anymore?
point where you don't even. I think for that person, like especially if you're married, I don't. After a while, I don't think you just stay with her because it's like
So you should stay with
just
her.
stay with her. I mean, I don't know shit. I ain't never been married. It's hard.
He sound like he's like
that damn
this.
Tony, you putting out nuggets, boy. He be putting out
put
some
it-
nuggets.
Hey, that's a Jew. Like, there's you right there next to the couch.
So,
You're like the
I was
couch.
gonna say before Tony said that.
Viewers
was-
can comment at any time right now.
I was gonna say
Pull
before.
that purse shoot for me.
So before Tony said that you just stay with, I was gonna say that what he was saying before that point is a great place to be, because when you can get to a point where you guys are comfortable with each other,
Yeah.
and I'm comfortable with you, no matter. I mean, mind you, we're not talking extremes. We just talking about, as we get older. I'm comfortable with you the way you are, and you're comfortable with me as I grow older. That's a great place to be, because I can't imagine the other way, where you're looking at them and you're like, why did I can't believe this is what I'm stuck with. This is what I'm with. And vice versa. She's looking at you like, God damn.
Oh,
This motherfucker's lips getting bigger and bigger. I thought my wife probably looking at me like, this nigga's lips and nose won't stop growing.
Damn.
Like, I know why I say that is because I remember my dad, right?
Mhm.
And so I kind of favor my dad. I favor my mom. I got a little mixture of both, but I got my dad's nose
Well,
and my dad's lips, right? So I just remember there was a time when I was a teenager, and my dad was asleep on a chair, and I remember just looking at him, and I remember looking at that nigga's nose. I'm sorry, that brother's nose.
Too late.
He got a honker on him, bro. And I kept looking at it like damn. And I almost
Stop
wanted to
that
like
shit.
measure that, you know. But it's like,
You better stop that shit.
nah. But it's my pops.
Yeah.
And now I got that same greasy ass nose that's growing.
That's you.
And it's growing every time I look. And then my kids always remind me, like Dad.
You look like Grandpa.
But no, they tell me that their nose is big. Like in their picture, like, man, I can't believe I got your nose. You know, they be taking them pictures. I got your nose. I got your nose. And I'm like, well, shit, it's gonna get bigger. If it's my nose, it's gonna get bigger. It
Older
gets
you
bigger
get.
as you
Yeah,
get
that's
older.
just how it works. That's how it
Yeah,
is.
my lips getting bigger too. My mouth getting bigger with them
Yeah,
jaws.
but if you get like, if your significant other is younger than you,
you
wake
don't
up
get them too
every
young.
day.
Don't
You
get
wake
them
up
too
every
young.
day and you find something new. Like,
Yeah.
So
I
tell
try
us
to
about
have
that,
no
Tom.
shit like
oh my god, I'm surprised she's still home.
that.
I
Damn.
am too, because I told her a long
Shit.
time ago to leave.
Get your shit.
I'm surprised she's still home. That's a god damn.
He's stupid. He's stupid.
Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that was just a thought that went through my mind. I was wondering about. I came to a realization.
Man, you got it. You said it. Just go and move on. Realization.
I got a question though.
Okay.
You still, if it was a picture in your when you're 20 something, that was your nose. You hit it.
That was my nose. Nigga, I was a headphone. Shut
Damn.
up, punk.
No.
Go ahead. Say
Did
it.
you
Fuck
still have
laughing
a?
at?
I'm laughing at you, motherfucker.
you-
I'm laughing at Tony.
Did you still have the ring on your ear?
The earrings? Yeah. I had the ear. I had both of them in there.
Everybody has
Hey,
that.
your ears are pierced too, right?
Yeah. Three.
So, I was talking to my brother. We just hop on another tear. I was talking to my brother who's here visiting me, right? My brother wears the earring. He's got one, I think, at the one side, like the Jordan
style?
thing.
Yeah, Jordan.
And
Yeah,
my
they call it
dad's got
Jordan
the
style.
one on one side, and my Uncle Frankie, he
That's
got the
Jordan.
one. He
That's
got
that
the one
Jordan
on one
style.
side, right?
Yeah.
And I was telling my brother, I don't know how we got onto it, but I was like, yeah, just one day, bro. I just never put an earring in again. And he was like, you didn't say nothing, or you didn't come to some conclusion. I was like, I swear to God, just one day, I took the earrings out because we used to wear both.
Mhm.
I took both loops out, I put them down, and I never put them on again. I didn't say it
put
was.
studs in?
I never did it again. I said,
Yeah.
I never said it. I didn't say it was whack. I didn't say that, why am I wearing them? It just something said, stop wearing them. And it's funny because that's when me and Tony was hanging hard. And me and Tony never had the conversation.
You just took them out.
Tony took his out.
Mhm.
And we just happened to speak on it like months later, like, what made you take your earrings out? He's like, oh no, I ain't wearing that. Tony, I ain't wearing that shit, man. Yeah. And we just stopped wearing them.
It's funny. I the diamond studs I'll put in. I
You
don't
still
put
wear
hoops.
earrings?
I'll never put the hoops in.
I don't
But
have.
every blue moon, I just like, damn, I paid a lot of money for these damn diamonds.
I got all kind of earrings up in there.
Yeah.
But it's just like one day I just decided that
Yeah,
it just wasn't me no more.
Yeah, but I guess it
I
makes
just
sense.
stopped doing it.
I guess it makes sense.
Imagine you still had them motherfuckers now.
I ain't trying to wear no
That
earrings.
motherfuckers
now.
cost a lot of money.
Still, no, but I'm just
I
saying.
got 'em for a
you
gift,
still
too.
in.
I
You got
damn sure
hoops
you
in
got
your
a
ear at
gift.
40 something years
Nah,
old.
Yeah, how does feel? I mean,
don't
because
have no hoops.
I ain't gonna. It's and when I was talking to my brother, the same, in the same conversation, we was talking about creases, and I told him, I said, same way with creases.
Nope.
I just one day
Stop
stopped
doing it.
ironing my pants with creases. I still iron every day.
Mhm.
I just don't put
You
creases.
don't put this burn the crease in.
I don't put the creases in my jeans and stuff. It's
Nah,
like,
I don't do
I-
that either.
and it's
Straight,
just
straight. I like straight.
yeah,
Yeah.
just that straight look. Now, mind you,
That
for
is the
work
look.
we put creases in because we have to wear a uniform, but that's a little different.
I'm
but-
straight. I wear regular clothes.
I don't put creases in my jeans. It's just crazy how we used to be. Tell me, you remember how we used to wear them? We used to have our shit like
Ridiculous, man.
bow. That shit had
Boxed up.
like
It was
It it was even worse in school.
That might be military from y'all though. That
No,
military.
it was before
like,
military.
Ooh,
No,
damn.
military could tell me shit. I was way ahead of my
I
time.
was way ahead of it. My brother taught me how to iron jeans back in the day. I had starch. Matter of fact, we didn't even use the spray starch was the good shit. My
Yeah.
brother used to go buy that liquid starch you're supposed to mix with water
Uh-huh.
and then put it in your own spray bottle.
Uh-huh.
And I used to, put very little water in it just so it's mostly starch.
Yeah, for you can move it
So
around.
my shit would flake up if you didn't do it
Yeah.
right. My shit was so thick. But man, we used to have them, and then I know Tony didn't do this because he was from New York, but my Dickies, even I have a whole Dickie suit
Damn.
just creased. I'd be afraid to move. We'd be going to school and shit. We'd just be like, we'd be walking like this, afraid to move.
That was afraid.
Because I don't want to fuck my crease up. But
That's
Yeah,
why
you
wasn't
don't
trying
want
to
to bend your knees.
Is that why you was trying not to get an education because you want to fuck your crease up?
I wasn't trying to get education because nobody in my school was getting education at
That's
that
true.
time. I went to that type of school.
Hey,
Shout out to Burbank.
They say if you get an education in the 80s and 90s, you got a fucked up education.
All right, so
Yeah.
That's simple as that.
So I want to talk tonight about again, I'm gonna bring it up. I know I brought it up. I know we've had it before, but I was we're gonna speak a little bit on religion again because I was listening to one of the shows I listened to the other day, and he touched on it. It kind of tripped me out because he spoke. I was listening to Brilliant Idiots, right, with Charlamagne and Andrew Schultz. And Andrew Schultz had kind of touched on something that, mind you, I'm not saying I'm the first to think this, but me coming to this conclusion had nothing to do with anything I heard before. This was my conclusion came from me just thinking this out.
Okay.
So he spoke on something that I truly believe in, but I can kind of hear the frustration in Andrew Schultz trying to explain it to Charlamagne, because Charlamagne was, of course, like he takes it somewhere else, and you could hear the frustration sometime in Andrew Schultz trying to explain where he's coming from, and they never Charlamagne never gets where he's coming from. So I was feeling him,
Okay.
and because Charlamagne wasn't going there with him, Andrew Schultz kind of cut it short. And I was kind of like, damn, I understand. I understand exactly where he's coming from. So, just to get the conversation started, I got Kev here who has his opinion. Of course, everybody has their opinion when it comes to religion and politics and stuff. Everybody feels a certain way. So, of course, we're not going to agree on everything.
No.
But what I wanted to do and see if it's a pretty good conversation is I wanted to speak on how I feel about our place in this world, and let Kev and Tone, whether they agree or disagree, speak their part and question, and vice versa, me question them too about what they believe, but question what I believe, because I've been it sounds kind of weird to say, but when people question me about it, when I tell people, like say speaking to my oldest kid, when they question me on it, for some reason I have answers. I ain't
You
thought
have
them.
answers that you feel that are confident. You're confident in the answers that you
Yo,
get.
I'm confident in them because I
Okay,
believe in
that's
them.
right. Okay, that's right.
But what I'm saying is it's like questions that I'm not ready for. I'm not knowing they come. I've never been asked before because I'm still filling it all out.
Right.
But the answer comes like natural.
Right.
So with that being said, it makes me even think more about like, damn, where's all this coming from? So I wanted to kind of like talk it out. So just to get it started.
Okay.
I guess the meat of it is I'm starting to believe that we've all been here before. And I know I'm not the first to say that. I'm sure there's probably other religions that's based on that. And I'm sure there's other people who believe that we've been here before.
Okay.
And you got reincarnation, you got all kind of different ways.
I got a question immediately about that.
Okay.
So, if you believe that we've been here before, do you believe that our souls keep coming back? Is that what you're trying to say? That the soul, the spirit that's in you keeps coming back when you say I've been here before.
All right. So let me throw it out there real quick so y'all know where I'm coming from. I believe that we've all been here before. And what I mean by that is that you haven't been here. We use Tony as an example. You haven't been here as Tony.
No.
Okay.
No.
So what happens is, I'm going to keep using Tony. Tony goes through this life, right?
Mhm.
Tony makes certain decisions. And the decisions have, whether he makes the right decisions or the wrong decisions, it has its consequences, or it has its goal. It's a what do you say?
Let's say
No.
rewards and
Okay, rewards is what I'm looking for. So it has its
consequences.
consequences,
Yeah,
or it
okay.
has its rewards.
Right.
So as he travels through and he makes the right decisions, that's because I believe he's, if you want to call it his soul or whatever, it's because he's been here before.
Right.
So his soul, or whatever we want to call it, that was here before, already knows. He's already made these decisions, type of decisions before, and he's already had to experience the wrong decisions. So he travels further and further on, on the right path.
Okay.
Okay, when you're making the wrong decisions,
Mhm.
and it seems like the end of the world. It seems like, damn, I can't do nothing right.
Mhm.
Those are you making the wrong decisions, and sometimes they work out and stuff because you got to keep on living.
Mhm.
But at the same time, those are bad decisions that you're making that's gonna in your next life move you to be
Further.
further and further on.
Okay.
So just to jump to the end, the people who are living their life, when we say that living a good life, the people who are truly happy,
Mhm.
and I'm not talking about the people who we think are happy,
Yeah,
the
there's
people who are
happy,
truly
yeah.
happy in life, those people, I don't know what number to put on it, but say we'll put 100. Those people have been here 100 times,
Mhm.
and now they're on their 101st, life, and they figured out so much, and that's why they're not so worried about. Tone, remember when you spoke about fashion clothes, and and remember I told you how it must be nice to not worry about.
Not worry about what you
What
wear.
they-
Yeah,
what you
just
wearing, yeah.
just not worry. Don't
remember
give a
that.
fuck about what people think about what you
Don't even
wearing
care.
or what you driving or how you live, because it's not about that.
I remember
Or
that conversation.
are people, because a lot of people are going to put success on finance and stuff like that. Maybe it's not it's not about, say, the money and stuff. You're going to see people who have far less but are hella happy, are hella are comfortable in their life. Those are people who've been here plenty of times before and they figured it out.
Okay.
And so that's what my thing is, as we go through all this, realize that this is just, I don't know what life I'm in right now.
Mhm.
I might be in my 18th life, 20th life.
Yeah.
But I'm further than I was before, and I'm figuring it out. All this stuff I'm starting to figure out makes me realize that you know what, maybe I've been here a few times before. And
So-
go ahead.
I guess my question about that. I mean, I'm not questioning that. I can see what you're saying. I just don't see like how many people was on the planet at one time versus now how many people's on the planet and how many more people will be on the planet in the future. So what's happening? How are these new lives or new spirits coming along?
Recycle.
No. It can't be recycled because that would put the same amount of people on every time. The planet has gotten bigger. Population has gotten bigger. So that means more spirits, more souls, more something is coming along.
Right, but I think if I'm trying to be in the same wavelength as Eric is, like like people's second.
Don't hurt yourself.
I'll try not to. it's like when they say your next lifetime.
Right.
So are you saying like there's a lot of people that start having memories of other people's experiences?
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt that. I said I believe in what Eric is saying. I believe I can see what Eric's saying. Like
Right.
when you're reincarnated, your spirit comes back, and now you come back as a different person, and you live in your next life.
But
now-
that person is
right.
is
But now
is remembering the experience of somebody else's life.
I totally get that part.
That's
Tony.
crazy.
But I'm saying that I said if the planet started out with 1 million people,
right.
and now we have billions of people, where the other 900 million people
What I'm
souls
saying,
come from?
but
Where
I
the
never
other 900
said,
souls
I
come
never
from?
said, I never said that.
I know. I'm just trying to understand. Reincarnated.
You know what?
Soul,
I ain't even
a soul
finished what I'm
comes
saying.
back.
I
No,
didn't
you're
finish what I'm
saying
saying.
a soul comes back.
No, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying about each one of us.
Right.
Or oh no, you know what? I take that back. That's what I'm saying about myself.
Okay.
I feel like that I've been here a few times. I don't know how many,
Okay.
but I've been here a few times, and I go in a little deeper into that in just a minute. But as far as the question that you were saying, I never said that they only made so many people, and those people keep reincarnating. There's new souls starting all the time.
Okay. That's
Because
what I'm saying.
there's people who think about it. There's people who, for instance, we can take somebody who a criminal
Mhm.
who just did everything wrong.
Mhm.
If they did everything wrong by the age of 18, and their life is done.
Mhm.
So
Shot, killed, dead.
so
Yeah.
that's somebody who might be on their third life, second life.
Mhm.
They ain't figured it out yet. And then you have people who, you have kids who die as infants that never got a chance to experience anything, but they still serve some type of purpose. That purpose might have been to help a parent
Mhm.
or to help somebody,
Mhm.
but they're starting their next life. So there's new lives all the time starting,
Okay.
but there's also lives that go back. And what I'm gonna say about the way I feel about myself, I kind of gravitate towards, what do we call it, deja vu and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now, I will say it's just kind of crazy. 'Cause I just came to this conclusion today,
That's that deja vu shit.
Jesse.
That's that deja vu shit. You've
That's
been
it.
here before.
That's it.
You said that before.
See,
And you just can't pinpoint exactly when or where,
Tone, this
but you've done that.
Tone,
You
there's
said it.
times where it's crazy, like where you
Crazy.
like,
I
God,
don't
I've
disagree
been
with you.
through
It's
this.
like, it seems like it's like I've either dreamt it or it's a premonition or whatever it is, not coming to exact thing that I've already seen already. Like I've
Not
already
even
done.
dream it. It's a
No,
point,
like you don't know because
there's a
you-
point
like, I
in
don't
your
remember
day
my dreams.
where you sit there and go,
I've said this
I
exact.
seen this
I
shit.
just did
Yeah,
this exact
yeah,
same
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
and you're trying to pin you
But-
just can't pinpoint when you did it or
But
when.
with deja
but you-
vu's, don't they feel like this actually you doing it? Like it feels like it's me.
It is
doing
you.
That
It's your
over.
soul.
But no, I don't
Soul.
see like a different person. I feel like it's
no,
me
Kev,
doing that same thing over
because
again.
it is you.
Okay.
No matter what body they put your soul in,
Yeah.
it's you.
Eric's life before was probably some white racist.
He was.
Guess what?
You know he was because he always talk about
you
niggas.
you reborn.
That motherfucker.
and then you recycled yourself, and then
He
you're
always talk about
you're a
niggas. He hate
6-something
black people.
dude.
That motherfucker hate black people, man.
Man, don't ever say
I
that.
love black people.
Why
I
would you
just
say
hate.
that?
But you hate black people, man. You gotta admit it.
How do I hate black people?
Man, let's go on.
That's some fucked up shit to say, man. My mama black.
You just figured that out?
No, I know that. That's what I'm saying. What do you mean I hate black people?
What about your daddy?
No, he's not black. His dad's not black.
That nigga. Now I love my daddy too. What you talking
I
about,
love
man?
your daddy too, man. Good dude.
I don't like you saying I hate black people, nigga.
Man,
Man, you know
Anyway,
I'm
getting
bullshitting.
back to the.
somebody, our listeners' heads just exploded because that. we're in
Chris, you
some
know we
crazy
just
shit.
bullshit.
Okay,
He
so-
bullshitting, talking shit. I'm talking shit back. Just
So
this way.
check it out.
They're trying to figure out exactly what the fuck we talking.
So Kev, I mean Tone.
That nigga can't keep his people straight. How you gonna?
Tone. First of all, so there's a whole bunch of stuff that's on the outskirts of with this. That's why I know it's true. Let's talk about karma. Do you believe in karma?
Fuck yeah.
You believe in karma.
A little bit.
What do you mean? Eh?
So why don't? So tell me why you don't believe in it? Because I think the popular answer is yeah, I believe in it. So give me the unpopular answer of why you don't believe in it.
So let me make sure I got your what you're asking me straight. You're saying if I do something bad to somebody, the shit gonna come back to me.
Yeah, the negative energy you put out there will come back.
Will come back to you.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of negative shit done to people, and I don't think they got their just dues back.
But
So
how
it's-
they? I mean,
so
hang
I-
on.
sometimes I feel like the
But
shit
you-
ain't karma ain't coming
Okay,
back.
but who do you keep track of to a point where you know their everyday life, where you know
I
how
don't
they
track
feel?
nobody like that.
That's what I'm saying. So you wouldn't know.
Yeah,
You really wouldn't know.
yeah.
It's just the same way we feel about who we think is happy and who we ain't, who we don't think is happy. I mean, if you would go around and ask, I don't know, five black kids who they would like to be.
Mhm.
You know, I guarantee you probably get a Jay-Z in there, Beyonce, you get a Obama,
Mhm.
you get the standard who people think are happy.
Mhm.
But then to live their life, to put your feet in their shoes,
Mhm.
you might come to find out that they ain't nowhere near happy. It's kind of like sometimes when I'm feeling like shit, I always play this little game with myself. Like I'll pull up somebody next to somebody at a stoplight,
Mhm.
and I ask myself, would you trade the way you feel right now for the unknown? That person sitting next to you at the stoplight.
No.
Would you trade how they feel?
No.
And I always say no, because you never know how those people feel. They might be driving the nicest car in the suit, going to a nice job supposedly,
Never.
but you never trade for it because you never know how those people actually feel. So what I'm saying with you is you say that they didn't get their just dues, but do you know that?
I don't know that. I don't
So
know
you
that.
can't say that.
I don't know that. And I don't know that. But
But the
that
base
would-
the basing on that is
that
wrong.
would mean that I would have to, like you said, invest time in trying to find out if a person got their payback or got what they would do back. So, since I'm not willing to do that, I don't put no stock in karma. I don't say, "Oh, I'm gonna be a good guy about this because it's gonna."
Okay.
Hold on, let me say what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Before you go any further, though, the
All right.
question was, do you believe in karma? And you said no. Let me finish. You said no because you feel that there's people who've done a lot wrong and they didn't get their just due.
Right.
Now,
That's
that's
what
the
I'm saying.
reason why.
That's the
Now,
reason why.
now you're saying that.
No, I'm saying I'm not putting no stock into it because I'm not going to sit around there saying, oh, I'm going to be cool with this dude because I don't want the shit to come back to me. Like, I ain't going to be an asshole because
That's
I feel
not
like
karma.
my karma's going to come back and get me. If I don't like a motherfucker, I don't like a motherfucker, and that's how I'm going to treat it. I don't, fuck you. That's how it
But
is.
see, then you kind of away from what you said in the beginning.
I'm not. I'm saying I don't believe that I have to pull back myself because thinking it's going to come back and get me. Like,
But that's not what you said at the beginning. The beginning, the first thing you said was, and that's what I'm saying. The first thing you said is because you feel like people didn't get their just due for what they've done.
That's what I'm saying. You said, do I believe in karma? And I said no, because I don't feel like people get their just dues. And the reason I feel like that is because I know some fucked up shit's been done to me and nothing's happened to that person. Right?
How do you know? That's what I'm saying.
I don't-
We just
well, I
agreed.
didn't
You just
see
agreed that you don't know that.
karma, put it this way, the karma, I didn't visually see anything happen to that person to make me feel like they got their just dues. I guess that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
So I would
but
have
it's-
to feel like,
but it still
okay,
could
the
happen.
shit came back to you. I see it. It came back to you. You should have never done that.
But we all agree that when people are, we can call it karma. When karma takes place, it's not for that person. It's not for the person who felt done wrong against to see. Karma takes place no matter what.
Yeah, karma takes place no matter what. but
Yeah,
at the same
people
time,
that you never see again.
It's you,
Somebody
though.
might treat you wrong at like shit, simple karma, not open the door for you when they right there and they going about their life. You don't even know who that person was and never see him again.
Right.
And then that motherfucker trips and falls and,
into the door or something.
exactly. And you never
Never
know
seen it.
nothing about it.
Right.
So karma can take place without the person who was offended ever sees it.
That's true.
So
That doesn't make me be a believer in it, though.
I'll say, you got the right not to believe in it. You say you believe in it.
Mhm.
I mean, do you need to tell why you believe in it?
No.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
just
what I'm
believe
saying.
in it.
Karma is karma. But
Karma is
for
karma.
me, karma is just if it, to me personally, it's like if you do something wrong to me, I'm not gonna wish nothing upon you, but I just know that whole negative vibe you got going on right now, and you're trying to fuck up my day, then eventually I mean, either you change your attitude or something's gonna make that attitude change for that day. Like if I say you that guy's cutting me off, and the first thing I'm gonna say is, yeah, go ahead, keep going, keep doing your stupid shit, keep doing your stupid shit. Sure enough,
It's gonna come back.
He's gonna come back because for what reason you're gonna do all that? You're gonna cut me off to make the light? And by the time you know it, he's on the side somewhere, 5-0 on his ass.
I feel.
Yeah,
Now
I just
you
don't
late for
see all
work.
that. Yeah.
Well, it's not for you to see though.
Yeah, but
That's something that it's the
that's
same
what
as
I'm
faith.
saying.
It's the same
I
as,
don't-
but it's the same as faith. It's the same as faith in, just to bring it back to religion. It's the same as faith in Christianity, right? The whole thing is based on faith. You don't see, you don't witness any of the miracles, any of the shit that is telling you is happening. You have to have faith in it. You have to have faith that this happened. You have faith that in these Bible stories, everything that they're saying happened. You have to have faith. There's no proof that none of that shit happened. There's nothing. You cannot.
okay.
You cannot go into that Bible and show me proof
I
of
cannot.
anything that happened.
I cannot.
Science can show you
I
everything
can't-
that happened.
I cannot go into the Bible and
So
take
it's
that and
based
say,
on.
Let me show you where this actually happened in
So
the Bible.
it's based on
It's based
faith.
on faith. But
You
that's-
have. You believe.
That's not what I think most people base their religion.
No.
belief
You're
in.
wrong because every
If that's
person
what-
that I've spoke to,
If you believe that,
every
I think
person that I've
that's a
spoke
problem.
to, every person that I've spoke to that's representing Christianity who's trying to come across to me, and I spoke to a pastor,
Mhm.
I spoke to my brother,
Mhm.
I spoke to even my mother.
Mhm.
When they're talking to me about my faith,
Mhm.
my religion, and how I feel, and when I come at them with the questions or the reasons why I'm straying from believing in that,
Mhm.
the answer is always it's the same answer. You have to have faith. You have to have faith. It's not that it has to be proven. You have to have faith that God did what he did for the reasons that he did it. We don't prove it to you. There is no proof.
Well, I think you cannot prove something that happened in the first century, second century.
Oh,
I
but you
mean,
can prove dinosaurs,
You can prove dinosaurs
which was before that.
in the sense of.
So since the
So-
beginning of
so
time,
wait a
we
minute,
can
wait a minute,
prove
wait a minute,
we
hold
can
on,
prove
hold on.
certain
So, wait a
things
minute,
from the
okay,
beginning of time.
Okay, wait a minute.
Science.
So when you look at like, I'm not even talking about the Bible. Let's just go back and say when you look at the Colosseum over in Rome, right?
Proof.
And, right? You see that they're talking about
Yeah.
something that happened in the 10th BC or whatever it is, right?
You
And
got
that
me.
building has stood the test of time.
Right.
So that's the only reason you believe it's there because there would have been no pictures or nothing, but it's still there, right? So we can see it.
It's proof that it was
practically
there.
Everything
It's
is there.
So
yeah.
those people
Yeah.
tell the stories of stuff that happened before then, right? They have it in stones and written all there. So do you believe what's written in those areas? Because they say it, they wrote it down in there. You can go see it right now.
Are you talking about like hieroglyphics and like caves,
like that.
caves and
Stuff-
stuff
you
like
see
that?
all
Do I
that stuff.
believe in that
Do
stuff?
you see that stuff that's written on the wall that they
I believe
did?
that there was somebody before that time who wrote that stuff.
There's people that keep records.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So I mean, for me, I'm like, no, not everything can be proven.
Yes,
And
everything can be
no,
proven.
no, not
So
everything
name
can be
something
proven.
that can't be proven. That's what I'm asking you. Name something that can't be proven that we
I
believe
even
in.
make it simpler than this. You from New York. I mean, you from back east. Let's just put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll use something. This is very stupid and very simple. The story that was told that Big Daddy Kane and Rakim had a battle. In the West Coast, everybody said it happened. But we know it did not happen.
We're talking about real. We're not
No, no,
talking
freak.
about
I'm just gonna
story.
show
We're
you.
not talking about
I'm just
room.
saying,
Kevin, you
no,
talk-
listen to me.
Kevin,
before
that's
you
so-
go.
that's
People
so
make
way
up.
off.
People tell things, and they make the story to be what they want. So, do we know if it happened or not? The reality from talking to Kane and talking to Big Daddy, you know, I mean, talking to Rakim, it did never happen. It never manifests. But there are a billion people that will tell you that story is true, right?
Yeah, but that's the thing.
I'm
That's
just
the,
using something simple.
no, that's rumors.
That's rumors, right?
We're not
So
we're not talking about gossip. Hang on. We're not talking about gossip. We're not talking about rumors. So when we're talking about, hang on, because
when
before you
talk
say,
about the Bible,
we're
go ahead.
talking about how life was created. So we're talking about science, and we're talking about
Have
we're
you
talking about
read
the
the Bible?
origin. Yes,
And what does it say? The life. What did they talk about? Life being created.
in the beginning, God created heaven and earth.
That's
He created everything in the likes of Him.
right.
He created. He made animals this way. He made. He only made 2 human beings.
Yeah, Adam and Eve.
Yeah. And so, mind
Well,
you,
actually, it's not even said like that. There was people, and he.
no,
they
there
kept
was
going
not
at 'em.
people. There was Adam and Eve. There was
You
2.
lucky this show's coming on
Pe-
an hour because there's gonna be a break here. It's 8:55.
Well, break it then.
Then we go.
Break it.
We go.
Break it. Pause it right now. Good. So, I think that where we getting we I don't think that we truly like disagreeing with each other. I think we kind of still on the same page. I'm not arguing with Kev whether there was anybody here before Adam and Eve. I'm arguing the point that if we follow Christianity, what the Bible teaches, that there was nobody here before Adam and Eve. Now, if you want to Google or look up other people's versions of how life was created, or humans showed up on Earth or whatever,
Mhm.
and you see that there were people here before, I'm not arguing that shit. I might be on page right there with you on that. I'm saying that if we call ourselves Christians, Christianity teaches that Adam and Eve was first man, first woman, and everything after that is the results of them not listening to what God told them to do in the Garden of Eden.
Right. The book of Genesis starts out with saying that
Okay.
Adam's the first man
So-
and Eve's the first.
And
woman.
so I'm not. That's why I got real frustrated about it, because I hate arguing. I'm arguing a point that I probably don't believe in. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there arguing with you about something that I don't even believe in, but I'm telling you what it says. So that the reason why I was bringing up that is because it's just that we were speaking on religion, and I just truly think that religion messed up everything. Because of religion, I truly do.
Dang.
Because what Karras once said, that I forget how he said it, but he said something about God, but he said religion is selling it, like so religion is the sell, is the market.
Mhm.
That's selling it, so.
I'm sorry about that. I was trying to get back. Go ahead.
So religion is like the marketing part.
Mhm.
You know, the way you're supposed to be living, what you're supposed to be doing, it's instilled in us, good and bad. We know good from bad. At least you hope that most of us do. The religion part of it is what's selling it. Remember, none of it costs anything until you bring religion into it. Now all of a sudden you got churches, super churches, you got pastors, you got choirs, you got all this stuff that takes revenue to keep it up, to keep it going. And you got all this stuff that comes along with it when the basis of it is all good. It's good and evil. Either you're gonna be good or you're gonna be bad. That's free.
Okay.
So I just believe that religion took it to a whole nother level. Now you got people killing in the name of God. You got wars in the name of God. You got priests doing all kind of crazy things with kids. You got pastors
Oh, I can't say the
doing.
word fucked up.
It's like everything you just had Notre Dame or Notre Dame, whatever, go up in flames.
right. Top of the cathedral.
Go up, Tony. They went up in flames, bruh. We all saw the
Top of the
up in
cathedral.
flames. If that's not a picture,
A sign.
yes.
Come on, man. I just, that's not a sign.
How is that?
That-
Everything else can be a sign, but that's not a sign.
Okay.
Sometimes we literally take
That
things
is a
too serious.
old ass building.
Okay, let's be real. It is a building. That's what it is. And the building got caught fire. It is a building. Let's not make it bigger than what it is. This is a building.
Why can't we?
So you're saying that the one of the oldest buildings in religion
Yeah.
that still exists
Yeah.
that just went up in flames
Yeah.
is just a building.
It is a building.
All right.
I mean, first of all, let's not get. I believe in Christianity. So that's first of all, we can get that part straight. So I don't want you to say, oh, well, you must not believe. No, I believe in Christianity. So that's me. But I also think the Bible is an interpretation that somebody wrote down, and it was probably written in a totally different language, not English, and then somebody interpreted it from whatever language it was to what they wanted it to say and wrote what they wanted to say. So we don't know what was really said because, like you said, I don't read Hebrew, or I don't read what language it was written in.
okay.
So I don't
That
know
was
what
passed
it was.
down.
Okay.
It's passed down over generations over generations.
But we
And
do
it's like that the telephone game. If you
Kev,
tell this person, and he tell the next person, and he tell the next person, what story do you actually get?
Okay,
So
but
we
if you
don't know if
believe,
that's true.
but if you believe the Bible is the truth,
I
hang on.
believe in the Bible.
If you believe the Bible is the truth and it's an original form, then in its original form, whether it was written in Islamic or Hebrew or whatever it was written in, we do have that version of the Bible.
Right, but who is interpreting that? Who,
Okay,
who's saying that?
but what I'm saying is we do have that version of the Bible.
Okay, so
Okay,
we have that.
now,
who's
so-
reading it? Again, you keep saying it.
God
Who's reading
damn,
it?
can I
No, you can't
finish,
get
though?
mad about what I'm saying. You keep talking about this interpretation of the Bible. I don't know.
I just want to get it clear that we have that version of the
is what-
Bible.
is what-
Okay,
what-
do you understand that?
Okay.
Okay, now let me carry on now.
Okay.
So if we have that version of the Bible, the King James version that you're talking about that was translated into English,
Right.
that King James had translated, and it's been proven that he's had certain things taken out because he didn't agree with it. It didn't fit
Right.
the way he was doing, the way he was living his life. He had certain things took out, which is the version that most of us Americans that are Christians go by.
Right.
If we acknowledge that and say that's what it is, we still have the true version of the Bible and it's an original language, which means that even if it gets lost in translation, there's some people who believe in that Bible who only speak that language, who know the true word. So it's not like the truth is not out there, because it's not like it was written in a language that nobody knows now. It's written in a language that people still speak, that people still live. And so the truth is still out there. So they're still living and they're still following those words. And what I'm trying to say is the Bible itself, whether we follow the King James Version or we follow the original version, whatever language that's in, is full of shit. Because the
that's where you're
stories
crazy
that's
at.
in it, the
Crazy, 'cause
stories.
That's the same thing I think.
Okay,
I say
so
about
you
science.
believe-
science is some of the science shit is full of shit. You telling me that it is proven?
Science.
So name
science,
some
shit
science
science
that's
is
not
to be
proven
proven.
then.
You tell me two rocks hit together, the Big Bang Theory, and that became what we did. Were you here? Were you here when that shit happened?
First
Were
of all, you
anybody
say
here
two
when that
rocks.
shit?
We talking about two planets?
Two planets crashed
Okay.
together and came out
We
with
talking
this,
about two
this life.
big-ass
Were
planets.
you
Alright.
here?
Okay.
Where do you see any
thing- okay,
version of
the-
that? Where
the-
do you see any
Okay,
proof
the
that
thing
happened?
with that is science is to be proven.
How?
Just
You
by
take it,
sample.
you
by
take it, and you
proof.
show me where you two got the proof.
I don't. No. I don't have the proof. But
y'all go.
okay, but let me get it straight real quick, because don't think that you got me.
No, I'm thinking
It's
I got
not
you.
that-
I'm just
no,
saying
no.
you can't say that it's true because we don't know.
First of all, you never heard the Big Bang Theory come out of my mouth.
Okay. I
So
didn't say the
so
Big Bang
so
Theory.
I never said I believe in it. I don't know how shit started,
Right.
but I know there's a lot of shit that there's proof of for just to take
Go ahead.
the most simplest thing. A fucking dinosaur, we see bones. They're still digging up bones to this day. There's not one place in the Bible where they mention a fucking dinosaur. How do you talk about the beginning of time until man was doing all kinds of stuff, shit that created the wheel, and we don't mention one fucking dinosaur? A big ass brontosaurus walking through your village and you
Okay.
don't mention it. A Tyrannosaurus Rex eating a man, you don't mention it.
The time, you're right, but that time where dinosaurs existed and were on the planet, right?
Yeah.
Is before man, right?
No. Adam and Eve was the first. If you go by the Bible, bruh, the earth wasn't even created. He created the earth in 7 days, 6 days. 7th day
6 days,
he
rested on
rested.
seventh day, yeah.
He created man. He created the animals. He created a fucking cow. He told you, Adam said, that's cattle.
That's a cow because we call
You
it.
just heard that, right?
Yeah, he's gonna call
So
it a cow.
that was the beginning. So you're saying that dinosaurs was before,
I don't know.
before Earth?
I'm gonna be honest
Science.
with you. I do not know.
Science is the Big Bang.
Science is the big thing, and there's a theory.
Religion
and then
is
man
God.
came out of that.
Right.
Man was apes, and then they turned into this.
No, don't see.
I'm just
That's
asking.
where you fucking shit up at.
I'm asking.
Don't put evolution in there with Christianity because
No, I'm
evolution doesn't
asking.
exist.
I mean, that's the shit I hear.
Evolution is science.
That's
No,
the shit
I'm
I
saying-
hear. Is evolution.
no,
We
I'm
evolved
saying,
into a man.
No, I'm saying I'm open. I'm saying I'm open to what science brings to me. Hang
I don't
on,
think
what-
I think there's a combination. There's got to be some parts of all. Don't you?
Kev. So you believe that it? So before it rained for 40 days and 40 nights, you believe that a dude named Noah? Hang on. You believe a dude named Noah got 2 of every fucking animal and put on a ship on a boat, and that's how he preserved life. So he had 2 of every animal.
You know, there's a lot of things in the Bible I question. I believe somebody wrote down some stuff and they glorified things that are not exactly 100%. I told you, I am Christian. I'm
Tone, the
Pentecostal.
Bible
I just don't believe
is
everything that is written down in that Bible.
It's a
That
play.
is just the truth. I just don't believe everything that's written down in the Bible.
It's a play. It's a. what do you call
Yeah,
it?
It's
and
theatrical.
that's the
There's a lot
problem.
of theatrical stuff in the Bible
That-
for me.
and that's the
as
problem.
I
It's
listen
all
to it.
theatrical.
No, not all of it seems
Yes,
to be
it is.
That's a
theatrical
good
to
book.
me.
It's all theatrical.
No,
And King James, what wasn't theatrical, King James made sure it was theatrical.
I don't believe that it's all theatrical.
I do.
I don't believe it's all theatrical.
All in all, I mean, if that's what you if that's a side you take, that's
That's the side
you
I take. I have faith. I believe in
Right.
faith, and more so, if we can cut all the Bible part out right now, right now, it's my faith in the things I go through in life that I believe in that makes me believe in God more than anything.
The system. will
But the
eventually-
thing
That's the
about
things that I go through, and I have to speak to God about more than anything else. Rather than a preacher, I don't see a preacher. I haven't seen a preacher in years. I don't need that part for me to believe in God.
and you shouldn't need it. Just your
So,
own,
you're
own
right.
faith is enough.
you shouldn't, right?
There it is.
You
Your
There
own
shouldn't,
it
faith
right?
is.
is enough.
You shouldn't, right?
My challenges are
You shouldn't,
enough
right?
for me. Yeah.
But, and this is where everybody wants to get quiet at, especially Christians. It's where everybody wants to get quiet at.
Mhm.
Is that the truth is that if you're not seeing the pastor, if you're not seeing the church, if you're not doing what the Bible says you're supposed to be doing, you're going to hell. So whether your faith is strong or not, if you ain't been baptized, if you ain't accepted, don't interrupt me. If you ain't accepted Lord Christ as your Lord and Savior, if you're not going to church, if you're not doing what it says you're supposed to be doing, giving 10% of your tithes, if you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing,
That part I know.
It says-
say no 10%.
it does too say
It words are
10%.
totally different than 10%.
I don't know. Don't look at me.
If I gotta pause again, Kev,
Ooh,
I swear to
you
God,
do,
it says
'cause
10%.
it
says
talks
that-
about.
It says that in the Bible.
It don't say no percentage.
Go ahead, talk.
It don't say no
Okay.
percentage.
I'm
Just
lying.
the Bible.
Oh.
What percentage
What
of your
the
earnings
heck?
are you supposed to give to the church?
That's funny. Because I just heard the verse recently.
Simply put, the tithes is the first 10% of your income that should be given to your local
Okay.
church. Now I'm going to show you where it says it in the Bible.
Okay, go ahead.
I need. Yeah. I'm not,
Show me
I'm
where
not
it
doing
says
that.
in the Bible that you're supposed to give 10% of your earnings.
The way he words it is he says no man should give no more, no less than this much.
It
he
says
talks about
10
it talks about
It doesn't say, okay,
whether
but
it be rich or poor, whether it be what's to this, he's only supposed to give this much. He doesn't care. There's no differentiator.
that's not true.
Okay. All
It
right.
says no matter rich or no matter poor, it says you're supposed to give 10% of what it is.
Okay,
So if you're poor, you still give 10%
I'm gonna
of
let
your
you
poor.
find that one for sure because I just
Okay.
heard that verse just recently, so I know that's not what it says.
All
But
I
I was
know
questioning
is-
that. I was like,
I can't believe that you question it because
I
that
did. I
just
was
shows
questioning,
that you
like,
don't know
why
what the fuck
10%?
you're talking about.
Okay.
It says in the Bible. I've looked it up many a time.
Okay. Go ahead.
I got a student Bible where all you got to do is look up the topics
I
in the
looked at
back.
King
and it
James
shows
Bible.
you.
That's it. So just go ahead.
Got the highlight marks on there.
We're getting into this, but my whole thing is that, and Eric could be right if that's how you believe. If you believe word for word everything that's in there, if that was the case, anytime you did anything wrong, Tone, there's things like if you slept with this person or you did this person, I'm going to kill you. That's
It
basically what
says
the Bible
their
was saying.
nation was divided into 12 tribes. Out of the
Right?
11
It
of
says
these
he would
tribes
kill
grew
you
crops,
for these
had
very
animals,
things.
inherited
So you would
land,
be
12
dead. I
tribes.
would be dead.
Listen, I
But
ain't
we
gonna-
don't. That's why I'm telling you the shit ain't real.
I'm not letting no man try to
11
tell
tribes
me where
had to
I'm
give
going.
the tribe of Levi 10% of the income. This is mathematically works out to where they came up with the.
And that's the issue.
Because
is
of this,
some guys interpreting the Bible and is telling you,
Yeah,
you
that's
don't
what I'm saying.
follow
Somebody
these
wrote-
things, you're going to hell.
but that's what I'm trying to say.
And
So
I'm
that's
like,
all
I'm not
written-
letting nobody tell me where I'm going if you
I'm
don't
not
know me.
saying
Hey.
you should give 10%. I'm saying it's bullshit. But
I'm-
that's what they
I'm
saying.
saying, Tony, is exactly what you just said.
Worship
There's
at
some
home.
guy reading this thing off, said, okay, it says this, and he's like, I don't like the way that says. I want to. No, it says this, and then that dude scribes it down and writes what he wants to put down as whatever the word
Man,
is.
I'ma
I don't
build me a
believe that's
time
how it
machine.
worked.
So if you can understand that,
Yeah.
why can't you just take it one step past that and say that there's a guy sitting there writing the Bible and writing the shit? Well, I don't like the way that sounds. So I'm gonna say that God said it was going to rain for 40 days and 40 nights.
Yeah,
And we go-
I don't
all that
believe
shit-
everything is.
I think all that
written is
shit.
true.
I think all that shit is bullshit. Now,
That's
do I
your
believe?
opinion.
Now, do I believe in God? Is the question.
I don't know.
I believe that there's. I believe, Tone, that there's a higher being. There's something that created all of this. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I believe in. But I believe that we ain't figured it out, and we may not ever figure it out. But everything that you come to believe, that we have faith in, all that shit, I believe, is humans doing what humans do.
I believe that too.
They make stories up. They do things to make you live a certain way, or not even live a certain way. It's just at one point it was entertainment. It's entertaining.
I'm not disagreeing with you about. I don't believe what is written down is all true. I just don't believe it. I read some of that stuff and I go, nah, man, that can't be true. And I
But do
say
you
that
understand-
I question
so
that.
when
So
you-
I believe it's their interpretation of what they wrote down.
But-
They wrote down, so I don't see. it
Okay,
that
so
way.
we'll end it with this.
But I believe
But
in God.
do you understand? Do you understand that I'm not arguing whether you're right or wrong because we don't know.
I don't
Nobody
know.
knows who's right or wrong. This is what Tony tried to tell me years ago.
Right.
Who are you to say that I'm wrong in what you believe? Let me believe in what I believe. I believe in what you believe in what you believe. But what I'm saying is, if you believe in that, can you understand the part that I'm trying to get to you is you have the right to believe whatever you believe. And I
Yeah.
support you in whatever you believe because I don't know what's right or wrong. So
I don't question people's
let me
faith.
finish.
I
Let me
don't
finish real
question
quick.
nobody's nothing, or
So,
non-belief or
My thing
atheist,
is,
whatever.
the same thing that you claim though, which is Christianity,
Yes, that's what
says that you are totally wrong
I might
in
be.
what you believe.
I'm
because-
I don't know about that part. I might be totally
Kevin,
wrong.
I'm gonna let you talk all you want to. Just let me get it out. Just let me
Okay.
get it out, bro. They believe Christianity, and this is the talk I've had with. This is what I've had with my own
Mm.
when they're telling me I'm wrong. Right? They believe that you can't be halfway in and halfway out. You have to be all this way,
Mm-hmm.
or you're not. Hang on, let me finish, Kev. Or you're not. And the reason why that came up is because my argument was they were telling me that you have to do this, you have to do that, and you know this, Eric. I'm saying, so what about the man who doesn't know it? What about the nicest man I ever met in my world, in my life,
Mm-hmm.
who I felt was the nicest man I ever met, who wasn't Christian, who happened to be of another race, another nationality, who believed in something totally different, and they, to me, was the best person I ever met in my life. You're telling me that person is going to hell? And they said, yes, they know of. Hang on, they know of. If you know of Christianity, if you're not the Bible states this, bruh. If you're not a Christian, you're not going to heaven. So if you're Sikh, if you're Muslim, if you're whatever it is, if you don't believe that Jesus Christ came to save you, then you're going to hell. So that's what I'm trying to explain to you, is that I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong. So you want to argue with me whether it's right or wrong, and I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong. I'm saying that you can't take a piece of it and be like, I believe in this part, and I'm good. Because they don't believe like that. They don't accept you like that.
Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, anybody that's telling you that, anybody that's saying that, they should already know they're going to hell then. Because there is so much in the Bible. There's so much. There is so much in the. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As you read the Bible and they talk about all the things you cannot do and the punishment God will bring on you for doing these things. And I'm just getting into it because I'm just like, as the Bible as a kid, it's different as the Bible from an adult. And I'm listening to the scriptures in this King James Bible, and I'm like, you mean to tell me if I look and want to, if I look at this man's wife like, okay, I like that. That's nice. That is punishable by whatever, eye for an eye, or this for that, or somebody doing these type of things. There's a bunch of stuff in there I was just really tripping on. Like, they were killing these people for this, right?
All right, well, like I say,
I was like,
you know what I'm gonna do?
Crazy to me. It's like, I can't believe that's the case.
I want to continue it. I want to continue it with you. So me and you will be speaking after this is over.
Okay.
But we'll carry on because just to keep it going and shit, because it's crazy that you're saying that, but everything that you're saying is what the Bible says.
It says it in the Bible. I'm listening to it.
No. What I'm saying is the Bible's telling you if you're not doing these things, you're going to hell.
You're going to hell.
And you're saying that I can't believe that if I did this, I'm going to hell.
And
the
that's
Bible's
what I'm saying.
You
That's
that
the
you're
hard
going to
part
hell.
for me when I hear it, when I hear them say the things that they're saying in the Bible of the punishments you will receive for doing these type of things that people do on a daily now, right?
Well, okay.
It's like,
like I said, we'll speak on it.
man,
I want to
everybody going.
I want to get back to karma real quick because karma brings me to the Tony section.
All right.
I
got a section.
Yeah, this is always your section.
Box. I thought you said caramel.
No. That nigga beige. Next nigga dropping, he nervous now.
Let's go.
It's all live too. You can see him. Go ahead and put your mic.
Man, you breaking shit?
Go ahead and put your mic back on there, bro.
I got my mic on.
Is that? Put your lips.
It's not
on
in
it.
there, Tom.
Put your lips on it.
What's the problem here?
There you go. There you
I
go.
stuck it in there.
Did you put your lips on it?
Do your thing, E.
Okay, so thanks, bro. Thanks for giving me that guidance to get back to where I was.
Listen, we all gonna go to hell.
Okay, so
tomorrow morning, so let's push on.
So we ain't done yet. I want to
going.
speak on the Tony section because this is one thing that Tony's an expert at. So we're gonna talk on karma again, right?
Right.
So the karma thing was supposed to lead me to how we treat people. And the reason why I say this is the Tony section because I was gonna do a comparison. I'm starting to think that we really in control. I'm starting to think that I really control how I'm treated. We really have way more control over how you're treated than you think. I don't think we realize it. I've started to notice that there's certain little things that I do when I'm able to be in the right frame of mind where I can pull myself out of something and say things purposely to get certain things back at me in a certain way.
Mhm.
And so I think it made me think, because when you do it, you see that what you think's coming back is going to come back. So you positive energy, for instance, you put positive energy out there, positive energy has a tendency to come back.
Mhm.
You don't put up with certain things that seem to come back. And the reason why I say that I wanted to bring Tony in on this, because I wanted to compare being nice versus being an asshole. And so I know that because of this podcast, a lot of times people, we play certain parts, and though it seems like we argue a lot, we really get along way better than what
Hell
we
yeah.
portray on this thing. I mean, if we didn't get along, we wouldn't be together doing this thing. But the one thing that is a true factor in this thing is that people think that because I play the asshole on this thing, they think I'm the asshole. And I just want to put it out there. I just want to get it out there that the true asshole is Tony. He's always been the asshole since the day I met him. And, I tried to, with this podcast, starting this podcast, I tried to give Tony another lane to be in so he could, kind of clean himself up a little bit, come across to people a little different than what we'll come to find out what he truly is. So
The greatest.
what I want from
Go.
Tony right now, and I want to be true. I want you to be truthful, Tone. Let's talk about, first of all, being nice.
What's that?
Wow. We can't, see what I'm saying? We can't even speak on being nice. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to compare being nice versus the asshole. And I wanted to hear the benefits of each. Because I wanted, at the end of this, I want us to be able to decide, is it more benefits in being an asshole? Or is it more benefits in being a nice guy? And since we got a true asshole here, go ahead and tell him about that. So we're gonna start with you, since you ain't spoken in a while. We're gonna hear the asshole side.
Asshole?
What's the benefits of being an asshole?
There's
bro?
always good benefits. People tend
See, this
to leave you
motherfucker love
alone.
talking about being an asshole. Listen to him.
People leave you alone.
Look at the camera.
People leave you alone.
Okay.
So how far do you take being an asshole?
You still gotta kind of watch your step though.
Okay.
If the asshole, so if you're being mean to somebody and they're not coming back at you, like they're just whimpering down, like.
That's a lot better.
So do you keep that same energy, the asshole energy though, or do you feel bad and let them out?
No, as long as they walk away, you gotta walk away.
So you just want them to bow down and walk away.
Yeah, just bow down, and walk away.
So
Cause because it might escalate.
So you love winning.
Nah.
Yeah, it seems like you love, because you want them to bow down and walk away.
Shit.
No, because I don't want to be bothered. I'd rather be if I don't want to be bothered by you, then the asshole is going to come in. I'll be the asshole.
But why can't, so there's no other way of getting them not to bother you?
Okay. I'll put it this way. If I'm nice to you, but then all it is, if you're a jerk off, then I'm going to be an asshole to you.
All right, it's a different side of Tony, man. I don't know.
What?
There ain't no different side of him, not him.
What?
That's him.
I'm naturally a nice guy. I wouldn't have
Well,
friends
shit.
if I wasn't a nice guy, right?
I don't believe you have any friends.
I do.
Tone, I've been knowing you for a long time. I don't know you got no
I
friends.
do.
I don't know you got any friends. You
That's
got some
because you
niggas
don't go nowhere.
you
You
got
don't.
some niggas you hang around with.
I got another podcast. I got another podcast show.
Called Tony and Friends.
Shit.
Dion,
Kev, so where do you think you fall at? Do you think people look at you more as an asshole
Oh, yeah.
or as a nice guy?
I'm nice to the people that I associate with, but I'm definitely an asshole.
You think so?
I mean, the people I associate with, people like you or whatever.
Because I
you
don't
know-
think you're an asshole.
No, because you're my friend. I'm gonna do anything I can for you. But the people I don't associate with, most of them probably say I do the asshole because he don't say shit to people. and I don't try to expand my circle.
So just to
I
get
don't-
it, so do you think Tony's an
Just-
asshole?
Not to
I
me.
don't know.
You don't think he's an asshole?
Not to me.
Okay. Do you think Kevin's an asshole?
Nah. I don't know Kev that well though.
But you think he's an asshole?
Nah.
Okay, here we go. Do you think I'm an asshole?
I'm way ahead of you. I already know you's next. Yes.
You really think I'm an asshole?
Yes.
Kevin,
yes.
Kev, do you think I'm an asshole?
Yes.
I don't think you're an asshole.
You don't think I'm an asshole?
Kev, this is your chance to get in
Nah,
his ass.
You
Pause.
know the funny part about to me, Eric's got his way, and that's just it.
That's his
he
asshole
always,
way.
No, but here's the funny part. When I'm sitting there saying I'm not fucking with this dude, Eric's like, "Nah, Kev, he cool." He tried to talk me off the ledge and be, you can't see it like that, Kev. You got to be, you know, he's just a dad doing this or whatever it is, or you just got to talk to him or whatever it is. And I'm like, I'm not trying to get even into a conversation. Eric tried to talk me into being cool with him, so he's more the cooler dude
If
than I
that
am.
dude is an asshole and he's an asshole and he's trying to convince you that that other asshole is a nice guy,
Yeah.
they come in groups.
Shit.
So,
I don't know, man. He always trying to
All right,
think that
so-
other people I don't fuck with. And Eric, no, if I
Kev,
don't fuck with you, I
This
don't
is your
fuck with
chance,
you.
Kev.
That's how it is.
Kev. Go on, give it to him, Kev. Oh my God, bro.
so,
Eric,
so I'm gonna tell y'all.
what?
I'm gonna tell y'all. The only reason, everything that I do and I say with you guys, when it comes to you guys, and I got a couple people following the Doss, my boy.
Mhm.
I fall into that circle too. I only do because out of love. I swear to God, it's because I love you guys. If I didn't care about y'all, and Tone knows this was funny,
Yeah.
I wouldn't fuck with y'all.
Yeah, see,
And that's just
me.
the truth.
That's me.
I would not spend the time talking shit to y'all, doing the asshole shit that I do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
So then
So-
you looking in the mirror when it comes to me on that shit. You know how I am. I won't fuck with you at all. Like, I'm not fucking with you.
I don't know Kev like that because I just feel like Kev is, to me, easygoing.
Yeah.
And he might be an asshole to other people. He's always been like easygoing with me. Tony is an asshole. But how you say it? He's like my asshole.
Yeah.
So he's
That's
like,
what it
he's
is.
cool with me.
Yeah.
Tony drives me crazy. He says shit all the time, and I know I drive him crazy. He gets mad
that's
at me, I
between
get
you
mad
two.
at him. But
Yeah.
that's like saying
Yeah.
it's our shit.
That's your shit.
So I don't want nobody else. Like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when we at work,
Yeah.
other motherfuckers try to get as friendly as me and Tony get. Like what the
Back
fuck
your
you
fucking
doing?
ass up,
yeah,
man. Yeah.
I don't like you like that.
Yeah, that's how
So
I
I
am.
put up with it from Tony, and I think it's the same way. Tony puts up with a lot of shit from me because we just got to that point where he ain't got no choice. I whoop his ass too though. That's the
But it's
difference.
funny because people always tell me, man, you need to expand your circle, man. You should be cooler with
No,
other people. I'm
don't
fuck
do that.
Shit. My
But you
circle was
need
here.
one. But the thing is, you need that one asshole in the crew because.
Yeah,
Well,
but
we already
Tony-
got one. So what are you
I
doing?
ain't
But I'm
trying to
just
be all
saying,
that
you do.
shit,
See,
man.
if it's me, you need me because I'm gonna say the shit that you don't want to say to somebody.
Yeah, that's true.
I say it,
But the fact is,
and
the circle of
get into a
friends,
fight.
the circle of friends that I talk to or whatever it is, I always feel like I can trust the motherfuckers with anything.
It's funny that y'all say that
Oh shit.
because it brings me to, and this is all part of religion thing too.
Oh shit.
No, it ain't religion, but this is all part of my religion thing. Your circle. So, remember what I said about you've been here before, right?
Yeah.
You've been here before, right?
Yeah.
Tone?
I think so.
I think it has a lot to do with who you choose in your circle too. Because I think that you come to find out, I mean, even through this life, I only can speak on my own self because I don't even know how I feel. I've grown a lot
Mhm.
in this life. And I've started out with certain things was important in my circle. And me, Tone, Kev, we've talked about tightening up that circle. We've talked about that plenty of times, right? To the point where we're at now, where we feel a certain way. I feel like our next life, that circle is even gonna be and it might not be smaller, but it's gonna be a certain type of. You're not gonna be dealing with a lot of the bullshit that you dealt with before, weeding out motherfuckers, trying
You
to
kind of
figure
figured it out. You kind of
'Cause
figured it out.
Yeah, because you start realizing that you don't need all these motherfuckers to justify who you are
Mm.
or what you do. And so that's the other thing that I think that brings us closer is that I don't worry about, like with Tone,
Mhm.
I don't worry about what the fuck Tone does. Tone does what he wants to do. He lives his life doing this thing. Kev, you got your own shit that y'all doing. We got our own shit that we doing, but we still come together
Mhm.
as this. If you ever listen to messy motherfuckers, me and Kev hear them all. Me and Tone hear them all the time at work.
Jesus Christ.
Messy motherfuckers, they're always in everybody's little business about every little shit
Yep.
that they doing.
Yep.
What the fuck I care about what Tone got
give a
going
fuck
on
what-
with Samantha? What's her name? Samantha, right? That's your girl's name? Shelly? Start with an S.
Just
Damn.
Start with an S.
just naming down all the side chick list.
Get your ass hung.
I don't know.
Yeah, she thinks I'm an asshole too.
I got just.
I know she does. But she takes up, but you know what? She feels the same way I do.
She ain't gonna let
Because
nobody talk no
that's
shit.
her, that's her asshole.
Yeah, you her
Because as soon as I said something about him, she was looking at me like,
Fuck.
who the fuck are you to be talking? Don't be
Yeah,
talking about my
beat that
man.
ass.
That's right, baby. I'm
Your
asshole.
woman did that too, though.
That's right.
She didn't like you talking mess about. She could talk about you, but can't nobody else talk about you. My wife let everybody talk about me. She don't give a shit.
It's not true.
Yes, she do. She
Yeah,
be
that's
like,
true.
that
I talk
nigga.
about Eric all the time. She'd be like, "Yeah, I know." Her.
Even if you ain't talking about me, you talking about some negative shit. Who you talking about, Eric?
Nah.
Like, no, ain't nobody talking about Eric. Nigga, shut up. So, yeah, so that's another thing. Your circle, I think your circle changes too, but I think that has a lot to do with prior things. Your life becomes better and better and better until the main goal is what I believe is heaven is here. Heaven, we're living in heaven right now. It might not be heaven to you right now because you haven't got to where you need to be at. You haven't got to where you need to be at. And I haven't got there, right? But think about it. This same earth to another person is heaven. That person it could be that person that me and Tony had this conversation. It could be that person you laughing at. You thinking that he's a person that's out of his mind. He don't understand shit. He, the nigga walking around barefooted. He looking like he ain't got no money. He this and that. But in his mind, he's the happiest person in the world because he's been here enough. He realizes all this other shit that we call important isn't important anymore. So he's got to that spot. And now he's in heaven. And it might not be heaven for the rest of us, but it's his heaven. I don't believe that we're going up in the sky somewhere to heaven. I believe that heaven is here. And eventually, one day, we are all going to get there. Some people's path might be a little shorter because maybe
They getting 10 lives instead of 400.
yeah, maybe they got it. Maybe they just understood it more. But there's other people who don't get it. So just to bring it to an end real quick, and there's so much more that I want to speak on about it, but death. It made me and mind you, I haven't experienced death in a couple of years. It's been a couple of years, so I haven't got a chance to actually use it. But I believe that death is something that we should look at differently because even though the people we love are leaving us, and it's a sad thing, that person is going on to and I don't believe that he's going on to heaven. Maybe. Shit, he might have figured it out. That person might have figured it out. But what I'm saying is he's starting that next level. So he's moving on to a whole nother level, which is going to be better for him. He's starting a new life. So if it's my brother, my whatever, that person, even though we've lost him as a brother, his soul is moved into something else, into somebody else. And he's going to make that life that much better. You see what I'm saying? The life that he lived this time around was, to us from the outside, might be a beautiful life. But he's moving on to that next step now. That next step, he's going to be that much more happier. whether it's a mom, a dad, a brother, whoever it is, they're moving on to the next step. So that being said, I want to look at. I'm not gonna say I look at it because I ain't experienced it yet right now, but I want to look at death as a thing of them moving on to. And, Nipsey Hussle's mom kind of said that. It's kind of what she was saying a little bit that they're in the better. They're
Yeah,
moving on to a better thing.
yeah, but it's one of those. I think it's one of those things where people say it to show they don't really want to express themselves in a more deeper way. Like she could say that on the outside,
Mm.
but on the inside,
She's
it's
broken up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you always
Yeah,
gotta keep. It's that same shit everybody tells you all the time. It's
The
all
fun-
they're in a better place. They're not in pain no more. All the stuff to kind of like settle that other person's loss. Like try
Yeah.
to like make you feel better. And in my case, I appreciate it, but that shit's going in one ear out the other. I appreciate it, but what I feel inside is
So tell me, Kev. So tell me, Tone, if a person tells you that, but truly believes it. So what I'm saying is that if we're talking about your loss, right? If I truly believe that your mom has started another chapter,
Mhm.
what I'm saying is that I'm not saying that that's supposed to make you feel better. Of course, you're gonna feel a certain way because that's your loss,
Right.
and we're all gonna feel a certain way. That's our loss, right?
Right.
So we're gonna, and some people say it's a selfish feeling or whatever. It's my feeling because that's my loss.
Mhm.
So I understand me being upset, but what I'm saying is that I'm not telling anybody to feel better about it. You mourn however you mourn. Nobody knows how you feel, so you feel how you feel. But at the end of all of it, I just truly believe that they're starting another chapter, and for them, I just believe that because they don't know.
Yeah.
I just believe that your soul doesn't know. Your soul goes on to another chapter, and it doesn't look back. It doesn't realize what had done. It just moves on, and they do the shit like we were talking about. Remember, we were talking about deja vu and all that shit. Then next chapter, they're just like, "Damn, I've been through this. I did this." You know, uh, I don't like to be personal about it, but I know with Tone, when Tone was going through what he was going through with his loved one, it was just amazing at the end how the most important thing to that person was having a place that the family could be. The family could be together. She wanted the family to be together. Family to all to have a spot and this and that. And she made sure, and Tone, they made sure that happened. And I chalk that up as somebody who's been here, who's done stuff and realizes the importance because a novice person, a person who hasn't been through stuff, they don't know to do that.
Yeah.
But that was so important that they made sure it was done before they passed. If they didn't make nothing else happen, they made sure that happened before it happened. And there you have it. That's just the way I choose to look at it. And I could be completely wrong.
I
But
don't think you're wrong.
but I just feel like that's the
don't
way
think
I
you're
see
wrong.
it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, let Tone. I want to hear Tone.
No, because you see, if that chance came up, and that's how, let's say, my mom's attitude was toward that, and she had that conversation with me, she's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Say in my next life, I'll come look for you, or I'll find a way to find you and let you know that I'm still here." Yeah, I'd probably look at you like, but then.
But
But the thing is like
Could
if
be.
my mom really thought that, and she's like, and that's what she wants to talk about before she passes, I'll be like, oh no, my mom's serious right now. Like this is it. I would probably my mourning would probably be a lot less than what it is
No,
now.
real quick, I know you want to say something, but I don't think that. I mean, it could happen, but in my way of seeing it, when the people are actually doing this,
Mhm.
they don't know they're doing it. This
I don't
is
think
like
so
I say,
either.
it's an instinct in them.
I
It's an
believe that.
they feel a certain way about it. It wasn't. She wasn't. And we keep using we're using Tony as an example, but you know, she's not saying that that I know this is this and this is what I need to do and I'll come find you in my next.
Mhm.
What it is to her is this is a feeling. It's just
I'ma
a
be
feeling.
alright.
It's just a feeling inside, like you know what, I need to make sure I take care of this
Yeah.
because something's telling me to make sure this is done.
So that'll keep the
Yeah,
family
and it's not
together,
not
yeah.
even enough for her to be like, ooh, maybe I should tell Tony about what's going on. It's a feeling. It's something as easy as, you know, when I'm trying to choose between, you know, I hate to compare something so simple, a pair of shoes, like maybe I'll go with that.
Yeah.
You know, something tells you to go this way instead of that way. And those are the things I'm thinking that's instilled in us from prior lives, where we've been through before. We've wasted money, or we've wasted things before.
Mhm.
Where this time when we come through, maybe we're not as wasteful.
Right.
And you know, we've all wasted shit, so we see what's going on. But then you see kids, you see young folks sometimes that's like they almost like they have old souls in them.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes you see a little kid that
Yeah, they're more mature than.
yeah,
for
you're
their
like,
age.
Damn.
how the fuck? I mean, I even look at my own kids.
Yeah.
My own kids, even though we see the childish stuff that they do, but you see how more they're put together than we were coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, that has a lot to do with
How
you know,
raise them and
where
how
you raise them and,
understand, yeah.
what their surroundings are and everything.
Mhm.
But at the same time, they're able to be as successful as they are,
Mhm.
to get as far as they have been. And then you look at yourself and how you did things. Sometimes you think to yourself, damn, you know. And then you have some knucklehead kids
Yeah.
that do everything wrong.
Right.
And then you realize that maybe they just
Maybe
starting out.
Just starting out in their life.
They just starting
Yeah,
out.
their lives.
So I mean, that's just my way of thinking. I hate to, when I bring that stuff up, I really believe it. I hate using personal stuff because it gets personal,
Mhm.
and you know, we like to keep things light with us and stuff. And I know how real shit gets sometimes. Where we at, Kev? On time.
2 hours and 3 minutes.
Is that where we at? Are we?
Probably somewhere in there. Coming up on 2 hours.
All right. Like I say, this shit can go on, and like when I write the shit, it's flowing a lot. But you know what I do? We got to do though, Tone,
Do what you got to do.
because I'm starting to believe this way now.
Uh-oh.
I got to rewatch Matrix because I was never a Matrix fan. But this prior life are the one thing that excites me about Matrix is the lives going simultaneously, like different lives. They got different levels where you can be going this and these two lives are going on at the same time.
Alternate universe.
Yeah, I'm sorry, universe instead of
Yeah.
lives. These simultaneously universes going on and how you can be. So I
Bruh,
really
we could be in a big old fishbowl.
We never
and
know.
Somebody's just watching us go through life.
True.
Like sea monkeys.
And what I'm saying is that if I'm not throwing out Christianity. I don't
I don't know.
I
all
don't
the stuff that's in that Bible.
I don't subscribe to it all the way,
Me either.
but I'm open to it, just like I'm open to Matrix. I'm like, shit, we don't know.
I don't see them in the same light, but I'm very open to. I'm open to some of the things that I think that happen that you were talking about. I really believe in the spirit thing. I've always believed that. I believe the spirit doesn't die; it just leaves your body and goes wherever it goes. I've always believed that, so I'm not.
But you so you don't believe in heaven and hell.
I've never really put the heaven and hell together. See, that's the problem.
The only
I guess
thing
the
I would
problem-
ask of you then
my problem
is to
of
quit
being-
calling yourself believing in Christianity then.
No. See,
You're a
there's difference.
believer, you just
This
don't
is- I
believe in
grew up-
Christianity.
I grew up in the church, and then you know how when you're a kid in church, you elected to listen to certain parts, and you elect to not listen to certain parts. You're more there to play. I hate to say it. You go to Sunday school, you just want to be with your friends, and then you want to get out and play. You want to do the things you do. So as I get more into it now as an adult, and this just started happening with all the tragedy in my life, I get more into an adult. I'm trying to get a better understanding, and as I try to get an understanding of religion, it's just a lot of it I see, and I'm like, this is not making any sense.
So what I'm saying is, I understand all that,
right?
but what I'm saying is, believe what you believe. But what I would say, and you do whatever, call yourself whatever you want to call yourself, but Christianity ain't it.
You can say that. I'm a Christian.
You subscribe to, but you're not.
Just because you say I don't follow the guidelines, I'm gonna tell you right now, there ain't a person on this earth that's a Christian that I believe is following the guidelines of what I'm reading out of that Bible, what I'm seeing out of that Bible. Because there's a lot of things, like I said, you can't.
But you
you're
do
not
believe
doing
in
those things.
So, but do you?
We're not doing
you
those
do believe
things.
in Jesus Christ came to this earth, died for our sins. Jesus Christ did all that. He walked. He did everything he did.
I am going to say, Eric, I'm
There's
I'm
only
a firm
one answer
believer
for
in
that.
God.
If you're a Christian, if
No,
you're
I'm
a
a firm believer
Christian,
in God,
but
and
see,
there's not one answer.
you
See,
can't. There is only
see,
one answer.
people that
What
tell
is
you
Chri-
that, people that tell
What
you
is
that,
Christian? What does Christian mean?
That's
believe in Jesus Christ died for our sins.
You believe in Jesus Christ.
Believe in Jesus Christ
So
died
I'm
for our sins.
asking you when
What I'm
when I
saying-
ask you, do you
what I'm
believe in
saying
Jesus
as-
Christ? There's only one answer for that.
Here's my thing. So I want to make sure we get this done so you understand. You are taught Christianity just like you were taught education, right? I wasn't paying attention enough in my church years of growing up in the church to understand everything. So now I am trying to go back and relearn everything so I get a full understanding of it. So it has me, as far as I am now, questioning a lot of things.
Okay, Kevin,
I'm
I'm
saying.
all for you with that. Once again, I'm not arguing none of that.
But I'm not gonna say I'm not a Christian.
I'm just gonna say it's only one answer. If you're a Christian, and I ask you, do you believe in Jesus Christ? There's only one answer.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, there's only one answer to that. If you're a Christian,
Yes.
if actually you believe in Jesus Christ, then there's only one answer.
Do I believe in God's son? Yes.
No, but we're all God's good son.
No.
I'm
Jesus
actually,
Christ. I
do you
in
believe?
Jesus Christ.
Don't say
Yes.
God. You have to say Jesus Christ. I believe in Jesus
is
Christ
God's
as our
son,
Lord and
Jesus Christ.
Savior.
Yes.
So you believe in Jesus Christ,
I
our Lord and
believe in
Savior.
Jesus Christ.
So you believe everything that comes with it.
That's what I knew you was gonna say. That's
Because
why
how can you not?
Because
Okay,
I know
we'll end
I
it.
question.
We'll
I'm
end it.
reading
We'll end
through
it.
it to
If you
understand it.
believe in that,
No,
then-
I don't see it as that way, Tone.
Tone,
I
go ahead,
really
Tone. What
don't.
you gonna say, Tone?
Go
I'm
ahead,
just
Tone.
saying, if you believe in that, then you just
I don't see
believe
it that
in
way.
everything else.
You have to. You
No,
can't
you
take
don't.
pieces out.
It's faith.
You don't.
You can't take
Why?
pieces out
Why?
because
You
Christianity
either believe
doesn't.
or you don't.
That's what I'm trying to understand.
No, I don't think so.
Kev, this is the
I
part
don't
I'm trying to
think
get you
so.
to understand.
I don't think so. I think, like you said earlier, King James said, "I'm going to go make this part
Okay,
more
Kev.
theatrical." So
This is
you
the
can believe in
part.
that
This is the
No,
part
I'm
that you don't
not.
understand.
I'm
That you
not.
don't seem to
go
get.
with that.
This is the part you don't seem to get through your head. If you claim Christianity, if you believe in Christianity, then Christianity says that you have to believe in. Listen, before you disagree, you have to believe in everything that they say. Christianity is the first, before anybody else outside of Christianity knocks it. Christianity is the first person to tell you, they're the first group to tell you, if you don't believe in what we say as a whole, then you cannot get to where you need to be.
Okay.
They're the first people to tell you that.
I
So
believe
if
that
you-
that's true what you're
So
saying.
if you don't believe in what they believe in, then they're telling you themselves that they're not considering you a Christian.
Okay, so let's stop for a second. Just to say this, and I know you're going to agree with me right now 100%. How many people you know go to church on Sunday but do all kinds of other stuff on other days that are totally wrong? And you be like, damn, man, he ain't no Christian. Look at the stuff he's doing, but go to church.
I'm not going to say he's not a Christian.
You said they got to believe in everything. And they obviously
Hang
don't
on,
believe in everything.
no, that's not
'cause they out there
true.
doing
You
all that
can do
stuff.
wrong and still have a belief in everything. We do wrong all the time. I stole cars at one time and I knew it was wrong.
Right.
So you can do wrong and
Right.
still believe in something else. So
So-
you can have Christians to go out and do all kinds of other things, but believe in everything that Christians say that you're gonna believe. But they also believe that they get their soul right by the time they die because they think they got time. And as long as you ask for forgiveness, because Christianity teaches this,
Yeah.
as long as you ask for forgiveness,
Yeah. I shoot him in the head, but ask for forgiveness. I'm good. No.
then you're good.
Nah, I don't see it that way. I don't see it
So
that
what
way.
I'm saying is, you need to start. I'm not trying to
not gonna go
convert you.
100%.
I'm not trying to
gonna
convert you,
I'm
but
gonna-
you really need to start thinking about what you really believe in is
I
good,
grew-
good, and bad.
See, you ain't gonna have my mama turn over in her grave. That ain't about to happen. I ain't about to go,
Well, you
go
know what? I'm
backwards
telling you
on
what. My mama's
anything.
not passed yet.
I ain't
My
about
mama's
that
not
mama.
passed yet. But if my mama heard me talking like this and
Yeah.
she's heard me mention a little bit,
Mm-mm.
she has a fit. But
Nah.
I
You
can't help it
right,
the way I
you
feel.
right,
I'm not
you
gonna
right.
I'm not gonna sit there and act like I don't feel that way.
Like
though.
I said, I might be off, I might be wrong, or whatever it
Yeah.
is, but I need to learn for myself. I need to see this for myself, and I've taken this journey upon myself to figure it out. Like I need to figure out a lot of stuff. You can say I need to be in church to be a Christian.
I
You
ain't
can
saying
say,
what you need to do.
I need to do this. I need to follow these rules, but I don't interpret it like that.
Okay.
When I'm reading it or,
You know
or
when-
listening to
you
it,
know
I
when we
interpret it
find out
different way.
is when
When my soul
expands
goes,
in,
yeah, and so
You'll
yeah.
know
So to
what
end it,
happens. Yeah.
he's a Christian. Okay, where do you, Tone? Where do you stand? I can't get y'all's names straight. Like I don't know y'all.
I don't get it.
Uh, Where do you stand? What do you claim? What
Nothing.
set you claim?
I'm nothing.
You just nothing.
But
Do
you're
you-
not atheist.
Do you believe that there's something higher? There's something higher.
There's something.
It's got to be. That's why I believe it's
And
got to
you-
be
it's-
something.
it's gotta be something.
but it's not what everybody else is telling me.
Yeah, I don't think it's that bullshit.
I don't know.
I don't follow.
Man, I
any-
wouldn't advise you to keep with that.
I'm gonna keep saying it because that's the one thing that I'm really coming.
You
to
are
terms
convinced.
with.
You are convinced that.
The Bible is bullshit.
Yeah, okay. And I am not.
The
Convinced.
Bible is a good story.
I'm convinced that there are pieces of the Bible that are 100%
No,
true.
there's
and
there's
pieces of the Bible that are not.
what's true about the Bible is what you get out of it, and
maybe that's it.
what you get out of it is there's stories just like fables and just like other stories that teach you how to live life, and that's what the Bible's teaching you. As far as the stories in it, I don't believe none of that shit. I don't believe Moses went up on a mountain with 15 commandments, got struck, whatever, dropped one, and now there's 10 commandments. I don't
Man,
believe
what
it.
you, what you like Mel Brooks version of the Bible?
No, I'm telling you, there was 15. There was.
Oh, we're not doing this again.
That's what I'm saying. This shit happened.
Okay. Like I said, I'm
Supposedly,
man, I'm
the
gonna-
burning bushes, the touching Jesus' hem and being healed, all the stuff that it sounds great for story, and it teaches a good lesson.
Yeah.
But I just don't believe that it actually happened because in our time, I've yet to witness a miracle.
Me either.
But in Jesus' time, there was miracles every other day.
Well, let me take that back.
To the point that
Let me take that back.
to the point where he was feeding hundreds of people with how many loaves of
Yeah.
and the fish.
I've never seen a man that couldn't walk get up and walk again. I've never seen a blind person see again.
There's plenty of
Never.
stories.
I've never
no,
seen
there
those
is
type of
people.
stories.
That shit's out there.
I've never seen. I know.
That stuff's out there.
You said witness yourself. I've never witnessed nothing like
Okay.
that. So I'm in agreement with you there.
What I'm saying
But
is I've never
My
witnessed.
feelings.
I've never witnessed everything that you just said. When Tony said there's plenty of stories out there, I've witnessed, but I've witnessed with the backup of science. So medical, you've seen stuff like that happen. I've yet to see a motherfucker put healing hands on somebody, and that bullshit. Now, mind you, you can go on YouTube right now, and you can see hella motherfuckers putting healing hands on fake people, and they falling out and doing all that shit.
I don't know about all that.
But I've yet to see that. But if you read the Bible, it's in there.
Yeah, but there's plenty of things where the stories where science tells them that you might not be able to walk anymore. By the time you know it, he's just
walking.
walking.
Yeah.
That's science telling you that.
That's science telling
Your shit's
yeah,
shot.
exactly.
There's
Science telling
something-
you you're not gonna live.
Yeah,
You won't live that much
But
longer.
then
They end up living
whatever-
years.
yeah,
years.
years and years and
whatever
years, yeah.
strength,
Science can be wrong.
willpower-
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
Who knows?
He gets to walking, and that's
Yeah. So we don't know. But the bottom line is,
we'll
there's a
know
lot
we
of things
ended.
to question. I'll tell you that. And I ain't gonna sit there and say I'm not a Christian because I'm questioning. I think that's one of the innate abilities God gave me to question. Like, read it for yourself, figure it out for yourself,
All right.
and maybe that doesn't make any sense for you.
That's a good way to end that. That's right. You're right. Do you have to? They gave you whoever you call God.
Yeah.
Gives you an ability to question,
Mhm.
and that's what you do.
That's what I'm doing. I'm questioning, but I'm trying to pay more attention. And
I
ain't
end it.
successful.
I
in
want
that
to
'cause
end
I'm
it. I want to end it on a positive thing like that.
Yeah.
It did make me want to spark something else up, but
No, let's leave it at that.
yeah, leave it at that.
There's only one Buddha.
You're right.
No,
All right, so my people, I'm pretty sure we out of time. We probably already done ended this segment of this show.
Fuck.
Probably went past it. Sorry, off Instagram live already.
Shit.
But I know you might think I'm
was
crazy.
ever on Instagram.
But whatever. All right, my peoples. Peace.
Holy crap.
Are you gonna get it, Tom?
Thanks for another fuck. Nah, go ahead, Kev. Do
Nigga
one
said
time.
Kev
Do
go
one
get it.
time for Pops.
Let the Christian get it.
Do one time for Pops, bro.